The presenting sponsor of this episode of Banana Island Living podcast is Banana Island School. Banana Island School is a school with happy kids and very high expectations. So why don't you check them out? Go to mail@bananaislandschool.com, go to the website www.bananaislandschool.com, or just check them out on Instagram @bananaislandsch. That's Banana Island SCH. Hello and welcome to another edition of Banana Island Living podcast. My name is Shade and I have my good friend here. So I'm giving you a heads up straight away. I mean, we've known each other for like forever. And it is an incredible pleasure to introduce Helen. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Helen Prest Ajayi.
Aha.
Yes, very good friend.
Yes. Now, Helen is a one-off. I'm sure you know, but I'll tell you anyway. Helen was born in Lagos in September. I was born in September too. And she was Miss Nigeria. What year was that, Helen?
1979.
Gosh. Well, I mean, I always knew you were glam. I always knew you were incredibly good looking. I think what really impressed me was you're just going for it. What inspired you to go for that?
Absolutely nothing, just boredom.
Because you were in uni.
Yes, we were.
And next you were away for some time. Next we heard Helen is Miss Nigeria.
No, it's actually during the holiday.
Okay.
So during the holiday, I had a receipt which I was quite annoyed about.
Yes.
I didn't think I deserved to have.
Yes.
And later it was found out that I didn't deserve to have because external examiners came and remarked our papers. And
you
realized,
passed?
Yes, and realized,
gosh.
Yes, I wasn't supposed to be in that group. And during the holiday, my friend, RSA.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Ambassador, who was the...
Yes. Carrington.
Yeah. RSA Carrington. She was doing medicine. She was in medical school. So I stayed with her. Of course, not thinking that I deserved to even have a receipt. I didn't even bother to read.
Yeah. You were still smarting.
Yes, I was still smarting. And then she said, oh, guess what's happening? There's a show for Miss Nigeria. And why don't I participate? And I did just that. She carried me along there.
Were you expecting to win?
No, lo and behold, I won.
Do you know, were you expecting to win?
I expecting to win? I expected that I should have a good chance because of what it entailed. You had to be confident. You had to present yourself properly, which I knew I could do.
Yeah.
And I think I had the looks and the physique.
Do you know, I mean, you were so good looking, whilst we were still not really, we were still in the jeans.
You're over-egging it.
No. Anyway. Helen, at that time, you were always groomed, and we were like bathroom slippers.
Yes.
You were always impeccably turned out.
From my parents.
Yeah.
My father in particular.
Yes.
Always insisted that you stand straight. You look perfectly groomed before you step out of the house.
Abdomen in, chest out, shoulders back.
Very military.
Yes.
I grew up like that.
Yeah.
And so I won.
Yes.
And that's where the problems began.
Talk to me. What problems?
Well, you expect to win, but you don't really understand the gravity of everything, the math, because you have to win. Now you have to win.
Right.
That was a zonal competition.
Yes.
You know, there's always a rule of thumb that everything is okay if you win.
Yes.
But if you lose, then you have the wrath of your parents and everybody.
Did they know you were going for it?
No.
Oh, gosh.
I didn't know myself.
Yes.
You know, so I now won. We went for the finals in Lagos.
Right.
And, you know, it's like you're on tenterhooks. You just have to, you've gone in now, you have to win.
In for a penny.
Yes. And I recall the reason I did win was because in the talent session. I asked to answer a question.
Right. What was the question? Do you remember?
I can remember it very clearly.
Okay. Yes. Tell me.
The question was, should a man be able to marry 2 wives?
Ah, okay. That was an interesting question.
It was.
Bit challenging.
They're always beauty questions. Beauty questions are always challenging. I don't know why.
A bit challenging.
Very challenging.
So what did you say?
Well, because I knew there would be people like that in the audience.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say.
Then I just went legal.
Okay.
And I said, well, if he marries the first wife under native law custom, then he has every right to marry another one. That's the
Nigerian law,
custom. However, so I know how to appease the other section of the audience. However, if he married his wife under the English law, then he cannot marry a second wife. And there was a roar of applause. And from that applause...
I'm impressed that you managed to sidestep that trap, because it was a trap. It was a trap.
It was a trap. And lo and behold, from the roar of the audience...
Yeah, you knew you got them.
Yes, because they weren't expecting that.
Yeah.
They weren't expecting the depth.
Yes, I think from what we knew about the beauty queens in Nigeria before, I think yours was the first sort of like really intelligent person that we knew of. I'm sure the others were intelligent, but they didn't bring that out.
Yes.
It was all about the looks. This one was a total package, somebody who could represent us at a really good level.
Actually, I thought it was just for the moment.
Yeah.
It's something you do in the spur.
Yeah.
I didn't know it would follow me throughout my life.
Has it followed you?
Of course it has.
But in a good way or a bad way?
In a good way, in the sense that, first of all, especially in today's world, I have name recognition.
Okay.
Which, as you know...
that has currency.
Yes, definitely has currency.
Yeah.
And there's name recognition in all spheres.
Yeah.
In all spheres.
Yeah.
And that is very helpful. That gets your foot in the door in whatever you're doing. If you can now back it up.
Well, that's the thing. You have to be able to deliver.
You have to deliver. And then, at that time, people always forget, at that time, we didn't have social media.
No.
I was the social media. Yes. We didn't have social media.
Gosh, yes, that's true.
So every move, every step that I took was followed.
Yeah.
So because I've been around for such a long time, I have 3 generations.
That's true.
Of women and people who know.
Yes.
My age mates, their children.
The children.
Yes.
And then you're doing something really interesting now.
So it's very important.
Yeah.
And that also helps because young girls come up to me now and say, oh, my mommy loves you. Oh, I love you too. People will say, oh, when I was 5.
Yeah.
I used to have your picture. When I was 8, I had a picture on my phone.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great thing. I really enjoy that.
Okay.
You connect with people on another level.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. And they see you doing other things as well.
Well, that's what I found really fascinating about you, Helen, because you came back to school and just got back into your law again, and people like us will tease you, and then it didn't bother you at all.
No,
you just got on with it.
Ambition.
Yeah,
my life was not defined.
Yeah,
I was not. The fact that I was a beauty queen was something. It was an accessory to my
It was
life.
extra.
It wasn't the main thing.
Yeah.
So I didn't really regard it.
Yeah.
As anything
that
important.
And you went on and got your law degree. I mean, that was so impressive. I thought, we all thought you were going to be all big-headed. And we were back in the student union eating the cafe again. Yeah. And you were just totally chilled with it.
Very chilled because it's just an accessory. It's actually a means to... Well, I didn't know that then, but now looking back, because it kind of like gave me a step up.
Right.
But also there's a detrimental part to it in the sense that you're already up there. So you can't be...
Yes.
You can't do normal things the way other people do.
That's true, because all eyes...
Yes, because all eyes are on you. So it's like wearing an invisible crown.
Yeah.
For life.
Yeah.
Should not fall.
No, but Helen, what I particularly... I mean, there's so many things I like about you. That's why we're still friends. But... all your old friends, you still have them.
Yes.
And I know sometimes when people they become a beauty queen, or they go on to the next level, or so they ditch their friends, or they become. But you've been very good at keeping your core group of friends,
because it's now what is the essence of friendship?
Yeah.
You need to have the core essence of friendship. I don't look at material things. I'm not your friend because you are from a rich home or you have something that I can get from you. I look at your core values. I look at what you're about, who you are, and are we compatible? All my friends, as I always say, your friends show a facet
of you.
Of you.
Yes, yes.
And if you look at my friends, they're a facet of me.
I mean, we all have different categories of friends, though. There are acquaintances that are sort of like friendly with.
Those aren't friends.
Yeah, those.
That's a social acquaintance.
Those are social friends.
That's part of life.
That's true. You know, just trying to get on with everybody. You get on with people.
You have to. There's no need to be burning bridges up and down.
That's true.
Polite. And you have to, because you need to make your way in the world. And the way to do that is to be polite and friendly and doors open for you when you are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And what people don't know about you is that you were one of the first real beauty queen, legal entrepreneurs, you know, because people see you in a non-dimensional way in some ways. But I know you were one of the first people we knew. I mean, you were a lawyer, but then you opened.
I practiced. I
know
for 15 years.
I remember your office.
Yes.
But then you opened up on Awolowo Road.
Yes, actually, I did that when I was in law school. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
What were you doing there?
We had a fashion business.
Because Awolowo Road wasn't this mega at that time.
And I took up stakes on Awolowo Road.
Yeah.
And I converted a building.
Gosh.
And then put 6 or 7 shops within that building.
Wow.
I got other people to participate in that.
And that's what everybody's copying now.
Yes. But now we have big malls.
Yes, but I mean, you started that.
Yes, that was the first.
Where did you see that happen before you just had that vision?
I did not see it happen anywhere.
Yes.
I just thought that would be a good idea. First of all, it would underwrite the cost of the building.
Your business brain.
And then it's nice to have businesses within the same.
Yes, you bring footfall.
Yes, so each one can benefit from the other. So we did that. And it was very successful and people copied it. And then Awolowo Road opened to be a commercial road from there.
So you took the building and then you sublet the different parts.
We partitioned it.
Okay.
Because you had to, because it wasn't a commercial building.
Yes.
It was a house.
Gosh.
So I partitioned it and then had like 6 businesses within there, sublet those ones. And
so your overheads were covered.
Yes.
Everything else was profit.
Yes. Yes.
How long did you do this for?
I did that for maybe 5 years. 5 years, I think.
And then what happened?
No, maybe 6
more than
years.
that, though.
I
think it was slightly more than that. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't really remember.
Then
I converted it back to law chambers. I had my chambers there, which I ran for 15 years.
Gosh.
Yes. And from there, I just knew when the internet came.
Yes. It was a whole different ball game.
Yes, but I knew that from 1997.
I think was when emails and stuff started happening. Yes.
So I now went into that and was developing websites.
Gosh.
And trying to, I sounded like a crazy person because I was trying to tell people that this is the future.
This is the future.
And this is what's going to happen. You will need a website. You will need this.
But you always had your finger on the zeitgeist, Helen.
Yes. So I developed websites.
Gosh.
Then I had 2 online businesses at that time. Yes.
But you did this, also, you had this business a bit like the early Amazon.
That's the business. Yes.
Oh my goodness, Helen, you're amazing.
Because I just knew that was going to be the future. And I was so passionate about it because I knew this would be great for women. Because you can do it from
home, from wherever
anywhere.
You are. Yeah.
You didn't have to have that physical energy to be going up and down, looking for this, looking for that. Everything was within reach. And if you had children, you'd be able to do a business like that and still be able to raise your children. So I was passionate about it. I'm sounding like a crazy person.
No. But all the entrepreneurs I've spoken to,
people.
I mean, all the entrepreneurs I've spoken to have always seemed like crazy people when they started things. And then later on, people will say, oh my goodness, you were way ahead of your time.
And after that, but even before that, I think it was before that, I had Buka Express.
Oh, was that you?
That was us, yes.
No.
That was me, yes.
On our road as well.
That's right, Buka Express. Where we delivered food.
Yes.
Just what people are doing now. We did it in...
Gosh.
Buka to offices.
Yeah.
Yes. To offices.
Well, you've always been a hard worker.
Because I just felt that was a need.
Look at it now.
Yes. Yes.
You know?
Yes.
But Helen, you've always been a hard worker. People just don't see that about you. They don't see the amount of work you put.
I'm a creative.
So. You are a creative, but some creatives can be a bit flaky, and you're not flaky. If Helen says, I'm going to be there at 1, she'll be there at 1.
It has to be a business.
You know? Yes. No, it's not just being a business. People are in business here and they're flaky.
Still flaky.
Okay. They're still flaky. But you put in the graft, you're on time, and you deliver.
I try to.
But considering they say that you're privileged, you could have been cut some slack.
Oh, no. People, nothing like privilege.
Well, you know.
It won't work. It's not about privilege.
We know that, but people don't necessarily.
It will not work.
They learn too late.
It will not work. It will not work. You have to have the vision. You have to be able to execute. You have to be precise about it.
And you have to have the education
that's
behind it. Yes. And that's a nice segue into what I want to ask you. Because just before this recording started, I was saying, Helen, what inspired you to go? Because we're talking about her book. And if you haven't got it yet, well, I don't know what you're doing, but you must get the book. It's really, really good. Now, Helen, you tell us how you got into education.
Yeah. Well, right now, I'm a literacy advocate.
Right.
Went into literacy, and the managing director of Educatrix.
Right.
Resources Limited.
Yeah.
We produce school textbooks.
Right.
And resources for schools and organizations.
Okay.
That's what I do right now. I got into that from having many years of volunteering. I was a teacher's volunteer for many years.
Right, because you were telling me you were yes. walking or jogging in Banana when. Yes, tell us that story, please. Tell me. I mean, because that's so impressive.
I used to jog in Banana Island many years ago.
Yeah.
And as I jogged round at the end of the road there, I noticed a school.
Right.
A shanty school.
A shanty town.
Yes. A shanty town that had a school. And I'll jog there. And then one day I decided to peek my head round. And what are these people doing really?
Yeah.
And we had a young lady who was really, really way over her head.
Oh.
Trying to, really trying. So,
was she a government worker or just a volunteer?
Just somebody who decided to teach these children.
Those children.
Yes. So I said, you know what? When I come in the mornings, when I walk around, I'm going to help her.
Yes.
So I started teaching English to the children there. And I was quite surprised that I was able to get them from not knowing any English at all to be able to read and write. And that now started the journey. I now realize from teaching them and also volunteering and teaching other children in other schools that children struggle with English language. They struggle with grammar, and it's a big struggle. So I said, what are we going to do about this? Because I find that even amongst privileged children, there's a big gap in their understanding of grammar and specifically comprehension. I find it very difficult. And that really tells in their examination results, the way they take exam. And also, I think that's the biggest reason why you have so much examination malpractice.
Well, there are two things that I've discovered in my old age career as a teacher is two types of comprehension. Interpreting the text as is, and then inferential language. Things that are not explicitly stated in the book.
That is comprehension.
Yes.
That is the meaning of comprehension. You have to understand the nuances.
What they're not saying directly.
Yes, but that's the whole essence. It's not flat. You have to have enough vocabulary. an understanding of vocabulary. You have to understand your grammar, because you have to pinpoint things in tenses.
Yeah.
Future, past, continuous tense. It all has a bearing on what you're reading. You have to have a wide enough vocabulary to know the meaning. English is quite
English has 100 rules and 99 exceptions.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
soul destroying.
Oh,
it's beautiful, but I've reached a stage now where I'm getting resentful of people.
Oh my goodness.
of the English language and the problems it gives non-native speakers. I'm at a stage where I really enjoy. I mean, I see the depth, the beauty, the things you can do with it. But then I start thinking, if I was starting now,
oh my goodness,
where would be the entry point? Because do we even need it anymore?
Yes, we do.
Because I mean, like all our singers now, they're even flexing with not speaking the language properly.
Well, if you're in that kind of profession, but many professions require that you speak.
Yes. I mean, I'm getting application letters with people writing in text language.
That's what I'm saying.
That's scary.
That require you to speak English in a formal way. As I always tell people, I have no problem with text language. I have no problem
in a text.
I have no problem with pidgin.
Yeah.
I have no
Everything
problem.
has
its place, and you must know all of them. By the way, I'm a firm believer. You need to know, if you're going to live in Nigeria, you must understand pidgin English.
And I think that's our superpower.
Yes,
to be able to function in a formal, informal, semi-formal.
It's very important because it's fluid.
Yeah.
You live in a fluid society. Yeah. Just like you need to know the latest slangs. Because English is a fluid language. Yeah. It's not static. And what is the essence of English? To communicate.
Yeah, it's communicating properly, isn't it?
Communicate at every level.
Yeah.
In the market, in the boardroom, with your children, with young people, with old people. Everybody has their language that they communicate in. And because the whole point is communication, it behoves upon you to
just be clear.
Yes.
Clarity. You don't need to use big words.
Well, you don't need to use big words where you're not supposed to use big words.
I just think it's important to be clear, whether you're speaking Yoruba, whether you're speaking Igbo or English. And I just wish, this is a new woke me, I just wish they would be as interested in our language and our culture as we are in them.
They will be if we become a world power.
We'll get there.
It's about power.
It's a power dynamic.
The dominant language is English. That's because of the US.
Yes, not because of England. It's because of the US. And in fact, in England, they're no, but the thing is, they're resenting the fact that, children are learning Americanisms. Yes. But hey, we had to learn English. But does anybody speak in RP anymore? Even the Queen seems to be the last person, and Prince Charles, maybe they're the only ones speaking in RP, because the younger children don't seem to be speaking in the Queen's English. They have a very different, the grammar is right, but in terms of pronunciation, it's all been flattened.
But English is fluid.
Yeah.
We must always remember that. And that's what makes it so beautiful. It adopts words from so many languages.
Well, they said French was dog Latin, and a lot of the English comes from French as well.
Other languages.
Yeah.
Indian, so many things.
True. It's actually...
Wherever they've come.
They've loot. The word loot, apparently, I didn't realize came from India.
Yes.
Oh, gosh.
There you are. So it's a fluid language.
Yeah.
My advice is keep up.
Yeah.
Keep up.
Keep your finger on the pulse
you have to keep up
of the nation.
Especially modern life. You just have to.
Yes. Or you give up.
Yes.
So, go into your own cocoon. I must say that I've gone through that. No. I wanted to retreat.
No, you can't do that.
I did at some period, because there's safety in retreat sometimes.
No, there's not.
There is.
No, there isn't. There isn't. What you find is that you will decay. You must keep up with things.
I was quite happy to decay, to be honest. And honestly, it was like preserving your headspace. There was too much negativity. And I just thought, let me go back to reading Mills and Boone and Jane Austen.
Jane Austen.
You know, I'm not proud. That's my happy place. And I don't want to know what's happening. I don't want to hear about Trump. I don't want to hear about anybody. I just want to be in my happy space.
You can still be in your happy space and still keep up. Yeah. I know you're intelligent enough to do so.
I don't know. But I was dragged kicking and screaming out of my little cocoon.
It's really important. That's unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know which. Because it's going to leave many people behind. Modern life demands that you learn new things all the time. It can be quite exhausting.
It is exhausting.
Yes, but that is what it is.
And also, it's not even just exhausting. Sometimes I think you find your compass points are all gone.
Because it's shifted.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
But that's scary.
You know why you're feeling it more now?
Yeah. Because
it's just shifting faster.
Yeah, and I don't want to run. I don't want to run that fast.
I know.
I really don't want to run that fast. But Helen, you've done so much for charity, especially with the education bit.
Yes.
And something else I know, you used to mentor a lot of other women.
Yes, yes.
What did that entail?
I often would get requests to talk. Because I was born in 1959, in the 50s.
Yes, you certainly don't look it.
Thank you very much. I've seen a lot. I've experienced a lot. And I've been able to morph within all the generations.
Yeah.
I have friends in every single generation. And I've been able to give my thoughts about how to handle particular situations, because I've gone through them myself.
Yeah.
And I think that has been of benefit to many women. I'm grounded in this. I've experienced most things.
Yeah.
I'm not as privileged as people imagine.
Yeah.
And as I look, because I came from a generation that we had to work hard.
Yeah.
There's nothing, when we went to school, went to Ife, nobody followed us to do our...
But that's the thing. Parents didn't even know. They didn't even know when you signed up. You did everything yourself. Yeah.
Success. You were responsible. It was all left to you. And that is one thing I try to impart on young people today. You have nobody to blame but yourself.
For the sense of entitlement.
Yes, because they've been made to believe that it's somebody else's. Something is always
somebody's fault, you know.
Not their own fault.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, life will tell them.
Yeah.
That is nobody's fault but yours.
You just need to get a grip. At the end of the day, you can blame somebody so far.
That end of the day comes sooner than later. But you're in your 20s and 30s, early 30s now, thinking that you can blame. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
I'm always telling my children, nobody cares. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about what you want, what you like. Only you can care for yourself.
And you need to put in the work.
Yes. You need to get it together.
Yeah.
You just need to get it together.
So when you mentor these young people, were they in the beauty industry as well?
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah.
No. Young women, young men, they're in business mainly, because I'm in business. And in life, it's about life. People need mentoring on life skills. I find how to cope with certain
Do they realize they need mentoring? Because sometimes you offering or you're helping people.
These were in settings where I've been asked to come and speak.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess they would realize that they participated.
Yes. Yeah.
Either they bought the ticket or whatever to mentor. Yes, they did. They were probably quite surprised at the trajectory. Yes. And because people tend to think that you have things easy. Well, we were told once you finish school, you got a good degree, your life's an oyster for you.
Yes.
Yeah. We didn't realize that so many other things came into it, especially in Nigeria, which is another bundle of another kettle of fish on its own. So you have to learn many skills. Many skills.
Yeah.
Many skills.
Because, I mean, you've turned your hand to so many different things. I think you're a born entrepreneur because you can see the possibilities in so many different things. And then you don't just see it and sit back. You go out and you get it. Yes. And you're not afraid of failure. What the heck?
What I did find out, though, one big lesson is that timing is everything.
Talk to me about that. What do you mean by that?
A lot of things I did before, Nigeria wasn't ready for it.
Right. Like what?
Buka Express for one.
Yes.
Payment systems were not there.
Yes.
Now we have payment systems.
Would you do it now?
No, I would not, because I realized I did not like that interaction.
I know the feeling. I used to run a restaurant too, and I said, never again.
No, I don't like
it. No, never again. Yes,
I don't like face-to-face interaction.
I thought I was the only
one. No, I don't like it.
I said, in another lifetime, I'm going to do an Amazon or something like that, where I don't have to see people.
Even fashion, I didn't like the face-to-face interaction. I like it.
It's energy sapping.
Yeah, I just didn't. I'm not that kind of a person.
Yeah.
I don't like talking to people like that.
And coaxing them.
No, I don't like it.
God.
I'm not good at that.
Yeah.
I like my
so I got out of law.
For itself. And have it stand on its own, speak for itself for the quality that I'm giving, which I think should be enough.
No, I was looking at that book, and I'll just read out. What's the title again?
Called The Complete English Grammar Guide.
The Complete English Grammar Guide. I keep telling you the high production values, but it's also just really well written.
Thank you.
And the work you put into it, good Lord. How long did it take you?
A little bit of time, because most textbooks that you see are really for English children from abroad.
Yeah.
So in this book, I really focused on what Nigerian
the context
find difficult.
Yeah.
Comprehension is difficult.
Yeah.
Grammar is difficult. But then also I made it practical. In a sense, I also talked about how to pass examinations.
Do you know bottom line?
That is bottom line. I'm a very practical.
Yes.
You can read all you want.
Yes. Well, you have to pass WAEC.
You have to pass WAEC. So in the book, I tell people step by step how to interpret examination questions. There is a mode.
There's a technique to it.
There's a technique to it. And it's not as difficult as it sounds if you know how.
But you have to. It has to be explicitly taught.
Yes. You have said the right words.
Yeah.
And that is not taught.
No.
People are just left to muddle through.
Yeah.
Then also, two aspects of exams. I was always good at exams in school.
Yeah.
Because I knew the technique.
Yeah.
I knew what the examiner wanted.
Yeah.
The second part is how to write the exam essay.
Yeah. And how to plan the essay.
And also how to write the essay. The three parts in an essay.
Yeah.
There's an introduction, a middle part, and a conclusion. How to get out of the introduction.
Get stuck in the introduction. Yes.
You don't know how to move on to the next
Well,
thing.
and then sometimes you just find they just write one sentence for the conclusion because they've wasted too much time.
That's so important. Like in this book, we have continuation words. I give all the words.
Yeah.
Because you may not know those words. There's specific words that get you out of one paragraph to another.
But, I mean, Helen, this is such incredible work that you've put into this. Is it washing its face? Is it washing its face? Is it, are you getting your money back?
Of course, yes, of course.
Because this is a really good book.
We sell to the public.
Okay, great.
We sell to
So where can they get the book?
We sell it on Instagram. Universal Basic Education.
Okay.
Commissioners.
Okay, fantastic.
Has taken the book
on,
so we're going to be printing thousands of copies.
Oh, brilliant.
But even before that, it's very popular because
it should be.
Issues that
people face. Yes. Even teachers.
Well, yes. As you know, teachers have taken it as a teaching guide.
Yeah.
Even in offices.
Yeah.
Writing an exam essay is the same you would write for a report.
Write a letter.
Yes. In the book, I also have a section on how to write effective emails.
That is so useful. That is so useful.
You can't be too chatty.
And also the tone.
That is it. It's a very difficult.
It's quite technical.
It is a difficult
and you have to sort of.
You have to know how to get out of the email.
Yes.
What's the sign off? You have to know because it's a very cold way of
it's
writing.
a phenomenal job you've done. I'm so yes. It's and also to think the context they'll be reading it. You might be writing it in one way. By the time they get it,
you get what you want. how do you get what you want?
Yes. What is it? What do I want from this email?
Yes. Well, how do you get what you want? What are the words to use? What's the sign of? How do you get somebody to email you back? There's some certain words you use to get them to email you back. Or how you want to write that. Really, what you really want to say, how far was my...
Yes, I beg, how far?
Yes, how far? Yes. There's a way, a technique, you say that in an email. So an email is just not an email.
That's such...
Even your heading, it's important because people receive millions in tons of
Well, I think I need to go back to school and start again.
Tons of emails. It's so important to make it dynamic so that it catches the attention and goes straight to the point of what is inside.
Yeah. Okay. This is a bit I like. What would you say to your younger self?
Have more faith in yourself. Right. You can do it. You're actually quite talented.
Yeah.
You have the ability. You're well educated. As women, we tend to be a bit reticent about everything. And also, as perhaps maybe somebody born in September, you're a little bit too much of a perfectionist. So you think through things a lot.
Paralysis by analysis.
Yes. You don't take action.
Yeah.
You know, you want to do all the studies. You do. That is good in a way.
It's good, but you just need to get on with it.
You need to and make the mistakes. It doesn't have to be too perfect on the first run. I learned that when I did this book.
Right.
Yes. When I wrote this book, I learned that. And just
go for it.
Go for it, I think. Go for it.
Excellent.
Be confident.
Yes, it's confident.
But people aren't so much more brilliant than yourself.
Do you know, once you realize that, because we tend to think that other people are...
Well, if you're humble, I think you do.
Well, I think also as a woman, we don't like to sing our own praises, and then we start believing that maybe if I'll be too pushy.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, the humility part.
Yes.
You don't, especially if you're raised in a particular way. You're not raised to overstep your boundaries.
Yes.
Especially when it's self-conquest.
Yes, in this country and in this context. Yeah. I think the younger ones are breaking out of that. Maybe they're too much on the other side.
They're very confident.
With not much to back it up. You know, my eyebrows are constantly in my hairline as to the... Excuse me? What have you done? Do you know? What have you done?
But I guess that's what the world demands now.
What do they call it? You fake it until you make it?
Yes.
Nah.
I just don't know what it is.
I'm not impressed by that.
It must be a function of what is operating right now.
Maybe.
There's so much competition.
But I don't mind competition on substance.
But you don't know it until you discover that there's no substance. While you've already ordered the item.
Yes. Okay. So what is the one thing left on your bucket list?
Left? Oh, there are many things on my bucket list.
Tell me.
I'd like to travel to Korea.
Okay. You're the second person who said that to me in a week. Have you been watching this Korean?
Of course. Of course.
This Korean soap opera.
They're therapeutic.
So somebody told me that they're very addictive.
They're therapeutic more than addictive.
Are they very well written?
Oh, they are.
I just don't see how I can identify, but somebody said, please.
They're like Africans. They're just like Africans. When they talk about the in-laws, when they talk about family dynamics, when they're always having conglomerates, and the relationships.
Gosh.
And how they view, in Korean dramas, you would always find a girl that a boy is dying over her for.
That I can live with that.
But at the point that you're thinking, oh my God, this guy is gorgeous.
Yeah.
He's dying over you. The girl would just say, she has to go abroad to go and study.
I don't like that plot
twist. Yes. Korean dramas always prioritize education and the education of the female.
Wow. Yes.
Of the female over everything.
I'm surprised because I didn't think they were like that.
That's a theme I see all the time.
Wow.
So the dramas pass a message.
Yeah.
In that system, woman is supposed to be independent and self-sufficient, even though she has.
Maybe that's why they're suffering from low childbirth.
It's possible.
They're desperately trying to get the women to have children, and they're not interested.
And also in Korean drama, they're not reticent about, if you're not successful, you'll be told to your face. A mother-in-law will say, no, we can't have him. What are you doing?
What's your salary?
Yeah, what's your
No.
Yes.
I'm definitely going to watch one. Is there one you'd recommend me to go and watch? because I've been desperately trying to avoid them. But now 2 people in a week telling me I'm going to have to go and watch it. Yeah.
Boys Over Flowers?
Boys Over Flowers.
Yes.
Even that title.
That's one of the old, first ones. Yes.
I'm going to look for it. Is it on Netflix?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Then there's Airs.
Okay.
And then you should also watch Parasite. That you should watch.
Okay.
That should be on Netflix.
Okay.
That won an Academy Award.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. It's just amazing.
Parasite. Oh, gosh.
Parasite.
Okay. Is it like 8-part series or something?
No, that's a film.
Oh, gosh.
Parasite.
Okay.
You must watch that.
That one I can, because my attention span is like this. But if it's a film, I can do that. But 8 parts, I can't.
No, you would follow it.
Okay.
Because the detail
is serious.
The Korean drama can just, like this podcast.
Yes.
We'll have a whole drama on somebody who does a podcast. And by the time you're watching it, you two want to be a podcast.
Okay. Sunday morning, church or chill?
Church.
Okay. So which church are you going to now?
Oh, I go to Trinity House.
Okay.
That's Pastor Ighodalo.
Yes. So why Trinity House?
It's vibrant.
Yeah.
He expounds the word.
Right.
In a vivacious way, makes it practical for the congregation.
Yeah.
Has a very youthful congregation.
Right.
It's actually quite fiery, very passionate.
Yes. But also do feel it's personal to you, because sometimes when people leave like the Catholic Church or the Anglican Church, they don't feel it's personal enough. It doesn't meet their immediate needs where they are at that time. Do you feel Trinity House does that for you?
My immediate needs. It speaks to issues that are of now.
Yes.
And applies the word to those issues.
Practically.
Yes.
Yeah.
My mother decided that she's going to go to Throne of God Church, which is RCCG.
Okay, yes.
You know, as mothers, we have to
yes,
to that church, which she's very happy with. So I also have to follow her
of course,
too. And so, but the two together, they're all the same.
Yeah.
Message.
It's all about your
personal relationship
with God.
With God, I think.
Yeah. So who do you admire most?
If I have to say one person, I have to say Maya Angelou.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Why? The poetry, the activism, her life.
She's just the wisdom.
She's
just wise.
Yes.
The wisdom. I recall reading her
because her life was something else.
Yes, but I recall reading her life.
Yeah. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And up to that point, she really brought it vividly home to me with that book. What African Americans really went through.
Because I think as Nigerians, we really had no idea.
Yes. I'm very, we
were very dismissive. We're very almost.
But through that book, my eyes were opened.
Yeah.
And the way she wrote it, and it was beautiful.
Gosh,
absolutely beautiful, but real. And so I never looked at African Americans the same way again after.
Do you know, I think it was Chimamanda that was saying that when she first got to the US, most Nigerians with their education would be more English-centric and would look down on African Americans.
Yes.
Somebody will say, sister, she said, I'm not your sister, hopefully, that kind of thing. After some time, having actually now seen what they went through and how they're still standing.
Are you kidding me?
She said she wishes she could find that person and say, I'm your sister. Do you know?
To see what they have
achieved and still going through.
And have achieved, and that you can even have billionaires out of that. No. You have to give credit.
And the creativity they brought.
No, it's too much.
They are a breed apart. Yes. They're a breed apart. Do you know they have to be? But the better part of us, because we just don't, we settle.
I think it's just because of the right environment.
Yeah.
We don't have the right environment.
Maybe we don't have enough people pressing our necks.
Not really.
That's
we
why.
Don't have to be something.
Yeah.
That's why they say only in America.
Yeah.
We take it for granted, but to have that infrastructure.
Yeah.
To be able to achieve things.
That's true.
If we had
that infrastructure was working against them most of the time.
But to have an organized infrastructure to be able to build
that's true.
Do something. If we had that here.
Yeah. Because Nigerians go there and they excel.
What are you telling me? Even Nigerians are excelling here.
Yeah.
I applaud Nigerians totally.
That you can actually do anything here.
With what is on ground.
And what's working against you.
Yes. I have to applaud.
That's why, I look at your book and I'm like, whoa.
Yes. You have to applaud Nigerians. That's why I believe a lot of African, they have to be.
Yeah.
That resilient character.
And then excellence out of this abyss of pain.
It's amazing. Yeah, and to be applauded.
No, I get you.
So she's
Maya. Yeah, yes. I admire Maya. And there's something she said that I'm trying to live by. They said, when people show you who they are, believe them. Believe them. The first time, believe them. I'm beginning to learn that now. I'm very difficult to. It is, because you sort of tell yourself, no, it's not like that. Yeah, maybe we lie to ourselves.
We don't want to. We don't want to take the hard knocks. We don't want to believe. Yeah. But I remember that quote.
Yes.
Believe them the first
time. Believe them the first time. Yes. Now I'm trying to remember. And everything I do, I said, okay, let me see.
Yes.
Okay, so if you didn't live in Nigeria, and I know you love Nigeria, where would you live?
Oh, my goodness. See, there's nowhere I know that you have the dynamism of Nigeria.
Yeah.
You're living with all your senses here. Your life,
all of them are...
Your creativity is wakened
all your senses are play at every time.
And to have lived that kind of life now, it's very difficult for me to go back to a place that...
You'll be living like one part of your brain working.
Yes.
I get that.
That's the only
So Nigeria, you're going down. I will go down with this ship.
Yes, because...
and I will put my hands up and surrender.
Yeah, that's so important.
So Nigeria is it too. You're not going anywhere, not even in Africa.
I don't have enough experience in other countries, though I've been to other countries.
Yeah.
But the dynamism of Nigerians is something
there's some unique X factor.
So,
it's something else. Okay.
I just love watching... When you see young people, what they are doing with nothing.
Yes, so...
No, you can't see that anywhere.
Well, I'll let you have a pass there.
Thank you.
So are you a morning person or a night owl?
Oh, definitely a morning person.
Morning?
Yes.
You go jogging in the morning? You're one of those annoying people that wake up at 5.
I do.
No.
I play golf.
At 5?
Yes.
Where do you go?
Ikoyi.
Okay. Yes. I haven't seen you, although I've been the worst slacker.
The golf?
Yes. Oh. I took it up.
I haven't seen you because I'm there.
My coach is so depressed.
I'm there every morning.
Oh wow!
Every morning. I was there this morning.
I will look you up. Yeah, no, because I'm still.
You're not a morning person.
I'm not.
That's right. No. It has to be a morning.
I actually got there at 6:30 one day. I saw some people coming with that little thing on their head, the torchlight. I said, "What?"
Yeah.
No.
5:36.
No way.
Play for
No.
Back.
I don't think we'll ever meet there.
You have to be there in the morning, though.
I know, but
you have to be there. That's when
I love my bed.
You have the morning.
No, I know, but I'm not even sleeping. Just lying there and watching and hearing the birds doing nothing.
Oh, really?
It's such a vibe.
I agree with you.
I will join you.
Please
Maybe not at 5.
No, 6 o'clock.
6. I'll do the 6. Yeah. Okay. So, what are you reading at the moment?
Spare.
Oh, right. Okay, tell me. What do you think? Because I've just finished it. I'd like to hear what you think.
I haven't finished it.
Okay.
I'm reading it at the moment.
Because there are 3 sections. Section 1, which is his early life.
Mm-hmm.
Section 2, the army. Section 3, where he meets the captain of his soul.
Yes. I'm reading that at the moment.
You're reading the captain of his soul?
No, the beginning.
Okay,
yes. Right. And I like to hear his voice.
Yeah.
It's candid, a bit plaintive.
Yeah, I felt really sad.
Yes, a bit plaintive
when I read it.
That he had to take this step.
Yeah.
He was forced to take this step.
But go on.
He was forced to take this step just to express himself and be heard.
Yes. Because do you know how many books have been written about him?
Yes.
Almost 40-something books on this one person. And you're saying he shouldn't say it?
Oh. Okay, I didn't realize that.
No, somebody did a photo montage of all the books written about him by other people.
Oh, it's important. I think it's important.
And it's a historical document.
I think it's important that he wrote the book.
Yeah.
I think it's important that it was published for all to read in his lifetime.
Yes.
Very important. And good on him.
Yeah. I mean, I saw one of the interviews and they said, why are you writing? He said, well, what you said. But he also said, for his children.
Oh, that's, yes.
You know, he said, this is a historical record. And they will say, when mommy was going through this, when we were going, you were going, what did you do?
Yes.
So he wants to be able to look those children in the face and say,
yes, I've seen a number of interviews. He does very well in the interviews I have.
Well, the thing is, the narrative we had was this guy was dim.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Because
I think that is always the narrative of the second.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Second.
But he also says in the book that, I'm not a breeder or this. He runs himself down quite a bit.
He's probably run down before.
Yeah.
And apart from that, you see, we tend to believe we're less than we are.
Yes, yes.
You don't have to be academic.
But you would have thought that somebody like that, being who he is, he would have an ego and he'd have...
Why would he have that? No, not at all. I think the royal family, with some exceptions, are quite... They don't have egos. I don't believe the Queen had any.
No.
They're very down to earth.
Well, but there's... Like he said, he was in a bubble within a bubble. So for you to actually have that... empathy, real genuine empathy, not like distance kind of empathy, because he really gets it. That's the feeling I got. You know, I think Lady Di also got it.
Yes.
Because it's easy for you to go through the motions and say charity, you know, that kind of charity, photo op. But to really get it and see...
Well, I think that works two ways.
Yeah.
She's there absorbing the love people have for them genuinely.
Yeah.
And when you do that, it makes you look like you get it. But you're bouncing that back.
Yeah.
It's because you love people.
Yeah.
And it's you can see that.
Yeah, but I just thought, when I read it, I'm not spoiling anything for you.
No, you can't.
But you just felt that this child was not brought up by anybody.
Yes.
There was nobody in charge of him.
Yes.
Once his mother died.
Yes. But that's what happens a lot.
But that's terrible.
Yeah, that's what happens a lot. That's what happens a lot.
He was like a vagrant.
Yes. Yes.
Thank God for marriage and somebody having a home. You know, I read somewhere that his best friend, that polo player, said all he wanted was a home with a picket fence and a wife to cook and just
and Megan brought that stability.
That stability. Well, they're both looking for something. I don't know what they were both looking for in each other. You know,
she brought that stability.
Apparently, she said that if you're from a broken home, you want.
Yes.
Yes.
She gave him the confidence that he thought
that I can.
He thought he didn't have.
Yes.
And he was always made, as you said before, to look like
feel less
a jester.
Yeah. And he played up to it.
Yes, because he wasn't given anything to do.
Gosh, yeah.
And because he was so popular, anything he did without shine.
Yeah.
And they're more concerned, I believe, in preserving.
Well, yes, that's their job.
The throne.
That's their day job.
So anybody who even puts their head over the parapet will have it shot down. When he was not married and he was
that worked. That worked. Yeah.
Fine. That was Harry.
But I don't think he was ever meant to marry, though. Or at least not marry somebody that they couldn't control. Yeah. Yes. It's a shame, though, because anyway. But I wish him well. I wish them well. And I wish I wish those kids well. And describe yourself in 3 words.
Ooh.
3 words, yeah.
Dynamic.
Okay.
My mother.
Okay.
Polymath.
Okay. Dynamic, a mother, and a polymath.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that sort of captures it.
Does it capture me?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. In all your difference, you're also curious. That's 4 words. Okay.
I'm a curious person.
Okay, yes.
I like to know things.
Yeah.
I'm interested in things, new things, old things.
You're interested in things. You're also an interesting person.
Oh, thank you so much.
I think so, yes. Okay, now this is where I really, really, really like. You're going to tell me a joke.
Oh, my goodness.
Please.
Oh. I don't know if this is quite a joke.
Okay.
Like probably a nursery joke.
Ooh, I'm not proud. I'll take it.
Okay, what did the loaf of bread say when it got run over?
What did the loaf of bread say when it got run over? I'm toast. No? What did it say?
Crumbs. Oh, crumbs.
That was good. That was really good. Was that a Christmas cracker joke? I don't know. That was super. Well, thank you so much, Helen. You're such an amazing guest.
Thank you very much.
And it was really nice going over your life. You're so generous with your time and what you've done, and your resilience, your passion, your total go for it, and no angst-ridden navel gazing. So if people want to reach you, how do they reach you?
They can reach me at sec.gram.
Sec.gram.
Instagram.
Okay.
They can reach me at Helen Prest Ajayi. That's also on Instagram.
Okay. Helen Prest Ajayi, yes.
They can reach me on LinkedIn.
Okay.
That's
And do you answer all of these yourself? Or your PA is going to be the one to answer?
I get the message.
Okay.
Nobody answers.
Okay.
I was read what.
Okay. So it will always get to you.
Of course, it will always get to
Okay,
me.
brilliant.
And also at educatrix.ig.
Yes. In fact, the book, if they want to get the book, where can they get it?
At sec.gram.
Okay.
Sec is CEGG.
Okay.
That's
CEGG.
English grammar guide. Sec.
Okay.
CEGG.gram.
Okay. Because I think that a lot of people would want to get that book. They really need to get it. You are a star. And don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends, and talk to you again. Thank you. Take care. Bye.